Genius Hour presentation by Kelsey Herleman. So my technology research question was, what resources can be used for differentiating lessons using technology? So my first topic was independent student learning. Two tools that I have learned about from a mentor teacher include IXL and MobyMax. IXL is an immersive adaptive learning resource for students. It provides skill alignment for specific subjects like math, language arts, social studies, etc. So let's take a look at IXL. All right, so basically you can sign in and teachers have their logins and things to record all the students' information. For the sakes for me showing you, basically it has all your grades right down here. I'm going to go ahead and go to 6th grade because that's where I'm placed currently. Um, as you can see, it has these different subjects right here. So let's just go into math. And it basically covers all of your standards right through here. And each of these you can click on to practice for each of these. So let's just go up to the first one on place values and whole numbers. So this is basically what the student would be experiencing right now. If we can get it going here, perfect. Okay, so it asks a question and it's kind of multiple choice. So in 69,014, what digit is in the 10,000s place? So I would pick 6 and then submit, and it gives you a little pat on the back. Great job or wonderful. If you get it wrong, however, which I really like this, in 87, in which place is the 8? So if I said it was in the ones place, it would tell me that I'm incorrect. It would give me the correct answer. And if you scroll down here, it gives the explanation about it. And it explains a little bit, which is really, I think is really neat, because then the student can understand what they did wrong. So that is IXL. So MobyMax, it is kind of it finds and fixes learning gaps. It creates lessons needed for students to work on and practice. Um, so we use this at my placement. Basically, at the beginning of the year, students take tests and they take this test, and then MobyMax basically creates lessons for students in that specific area that they need work on. So let's go ahead and go into this. This isn't the actual MobyMax link. You obviously, again, have to have a login. You can have a partial free, and then eventually you'll have to pay for it. But this is a little bit about it. This is specifically math and language curriculum. It talks a little bit about what MobyMax is and how great it is. Talks about the pro versions. If you scroll down through here, it talks about the enrollment of the classes, getting your students into the roster. So, as you can read, it says once you have your students enrolled and connected, they'll log in and begin. When the students sign in, they'll see a similar to the teacher dashboard. They'll need to choose math, language, whatever specific topic. The first activity in both sections in a placement test to determine their level of proficiency. Excuse me. So this is a little bit, they just kind of preview some pictures. And that is that. I would really like to experience this firsthand. I know that they'll do this again at the towards the end of the year. That way we can see where they're at and help develop more lessons to improve their skills. But that is just a quick preview on that. So my next topic was on guided teacher learning. There are a lot of different guided teacher learning tools used in technology. Two of the tools that I really enjoy and plan on using a lot is Quizlet and Quizalize. Quizlet uses a variety of ways for students to learn. They have flashcards and tests and many different things that they can use, which I'll show you here in shortly. Quizalize is more like a game using the content with what you want, and it provides feedback for each individual student, which is again awesome. So let's go into this Quizlet. I made a little Quizlet from my history class, and let's get it going. So it's specifically the topic is physical features of US and Canada. And if you scroll down here, it provides many different ways that students can practice and learn for this specific topic. So if we click on flashcards here, it pops up and they literally have flashcards here. So rolling inland grasslands with fertile soil. You can click right here, and that is a prairie. This is a good way for students to study. I think it's a great. I even used this when I was in school. A group of mountain ranges that run side by side. So let's see, let's go back here. So that's the flashcard piece. They have a writing, a spelling. It creates a test for you. There's matching. It's just a really great tool for students to study and learn in a sense, and also kind of engage them a little bit too. It's something different. For the Quizalize, like I said, it's more of a game, which is awesome because you really can get your students engaged and provide a little bit of competition in a sense. Basically, it splits you. You can make your Quizlet just like I have here, and it just turns it into a game, and they have to answer questions. We do this in our classroom at my placement right now, and the kids love it. It splits them up into groups. They get in their groups and they do this 3 times. And the first time they can talk um, and share answers with their teammates, obviously, to get to the finish line first. And the second time they switch groups, and same thing goes. You can talk and share answers and feedback with your peers. And the third time she does it, there's absolutely no talking. She splits the groups up again, and no one can talk, and you basically have to just kind of rely on your classmates and hope that everyone has been paying attention and has hopefully learned a little bit about whatever topic that has been happening in the Quizalize. So I think those are really great tools. I really enjoy those for technology. Also, I had on there was Class Kick, and Kahoot. We've obviously used that a lot here in our MAT program and have experienced it. So my third topic was on differentiated and formative assessments. And I have been learning a lot about classroom performance systems in my current placement. My mentor teacher really utilizes this system to provide for formative assessments, and I think it is awesome. I had never even heard of these, so I thought these were really great. Basically, students are able to manually plug in their answers to is whatever questions that needs to be answered using their clickers. Um, the smartboard takes all the information and pops up answers given from students. So it kind of shows it in a chart in a sense. Um, and that can show this obviously shows teachers where each student stands. You could break it down individually and open that up if you would like, or as we use it, we just kind of pop it up in a graph so everyone can see, and we can kind of see what different answers were formed, and then we can see where they stand for their understanding of it. I think this is really, really neat. I hope to get this in my classroom. I think it is awesome for formative assessments. And so, yeah, um, what I learned, I learned about a ton of different tools that can be used for either independent learning, guided teacher learning, or differentiated formative assessment learning. There are plenty of more tools out there that I haven't learned about and are still waiting to be found. I'm obviously working with what I have right now, which is awesome. This project has guided me with confidence that I will be able to incorporate technology in my classroom with no problem, especially in the independent learning, guided teacher learning, and differentiating for formative assessments. So, thank you very much.